Well, greetings everyone. This is Eli the Restorer coming to you from his lovely condo. How are you today? I wanted to talk today a little bit about our meditation last night. We do have a link to that. We had done a meditation last night that I had been doing since 2006. I've been meditating for about 30 years, seriously. This meditation is really different than anything else I've learned before. My rabbi calls it the P2P meditation, Pineal to Pineal. I just call it the Pineal meditation. So we had about 9 people for this class. Sometimes the classes are like 20 and sometimes 6 or 8 or 12 show up. And I picked this information up, number one, from studying the Kabbalah for the last 14 years, and also got some information from Dr. Rick Strassman in his book, DMT, the Spirit Molecule. During the meditation, and I'm not going to go into all the how to do it, although I highly recommend it and doing it worldwide, connecting our pineal glands, because the Kabbalistic tradition believes that's how we're going to connect the human internet. Not through your computers, guys, but through your pineal gland. But what I want to talk about today, like I said, we had about 8 or 9 people there, and 4 were brand new. I call it fresh blood when new people show up. And I teach them how to do it, and then we do it together after we connect our pineal glands. I personally have been doing this meditation since I learned it in 2006. When I first learned it, and because I understood the deep implications of what was going on with this meditation, I did it every year for 2 years straight. I don't do it that often anymore. I do a short version of it every morning for about 20 minutes because in the Jewish tradition, the pineal gland is the only part of our brain that is still tied into the tree of knowledge before the fall of Adam. The rest of your brain is duality. Part of your brain is singularity or unity. So as we're doing this meditation, we're actually chanting for a while, and the word we use is called makom, and we just go makom, and do not do that while you're driving, because it does alter you after a while. Makom, one of the meanings is the place of God, but it's also the point singularity between this world and the next world. In the Jewish tradition, they're really big into the torus field, toroidal field. And so when the energy comes up the spine, and before it disperses down to the 2 tails coming back around, that point singularity is where everything meets. So that's what we did last night as a group, and everybody had some really amazing experiences. My experience, though, was very visual, and this meditation isn't always that visual for me because I'm not an extremely visual person. It really does open up your third eye. And we do some stuff. We use a tuning fork to open the third eye, and we use some essential oils. So this whole meditation, I was like watching a TV. And during the meditation, I was seeing a lot of images, a lot of fractal images, some universal sights being out in the universe. I kept seeing a face like looking at me with blue eyes, and it kept coming and going. I have no idea who the face was. A lot of times what happens in this meditation, because you're dealing in a higher realm of reality or consciousness, the left logical brain will not figure it out, and that's okay. My left brain is curious, who was that face? Who was that masked man? But the blue eyes were very distinct when it would show itself to me. And then at another point, as I was just sitting there, it was like a giant vagina sucked me in. And this was one of the reasons why I want to do this video today. That had never happened before yesterday. And that's the reason why I like doing this meditation. As I've said before, it's like Forrest Gump's box of chocolate. You never get the same thing each time you do it. The key to doing this meditation is the ability to let go and let it, or God, or whatever you want to say. So as this vaginal form, whatever it was, sucked me in. I just allowed it to go in there. And somebody said after the meditation, actually the pastor at Unity Church, when you're born, you come out of a vagina. For some reason, I went back into the vagina, the energy. And after that happened, it's like a switch went off or on, depending, and I really got more altered. It was like I was in the room, but I wasn't in the room anymore. I was out there. The images kept happening, but they slowed down. Everything slowed down after I entered into this. And then, all of a sudden, for the last 20 minutes of the meditation, I became the floor I was laying on in the church. I can't describe that. It's like a lot of things. Can't describe it, but I know it when I see it. Well, this was very similar to that. I knew I was part of the floor. I felt huge. It was almost like the separation between me and the floor ended, and I morphed into being the floor, part of the floor. When you're new to this meditation, when these types of things happen, a lot of people can freak out. I did it initially when I started this in 2006. But I just went with it, and I just kept my breathing going and my torus rotating. I just surrendered to it. I just let this whole thing go. I was talking to somebody after the meditation, and of course I was sharing some of this. Everybody got a chance to share. You don't get what you want, you get what you need from life. And this meditation is one way to surrender to life. You're surrendering to what is, without judgment, without fighting it, without controlling it, without freaking out about it. And sometimes in life we can freak out about a lot of things. But this is totally surrender land. And the more you can surrender into this and don't expect anything. We had a lady there last night at the meditation. She's not very visual with her experiences. And she comes every time comparing herself to other people's meditation experiences. This meditation can be very kinesthetic. It could, it's more your senses are involved, but for some reason, and she even admitted this at the end, she said, during the day she's very visual. Well, a lot of times when you meditate, you start using a sense that you underdeveloped during your waking time to develop it. And so she was kind of disappointed with her experience, especially after she heard from my story and a couple other people how visual things got. But when you walk into this meditation, you just walk in with the instructions, you walk in with the goal of surrendering, and you just let go and let it happen. And I've got to talk to her. I didn't get a chance to do that last night, to pull her aside and just explain to her that you're getting exactly what you need from this meditation. The other thing that I notice when we do these meditations, I don't know if you guys have followed much about near-death experiences, especially Anita Moorjani. She had an amazing near-death experience that actually healed her cancer in I think 6 or 7 weeks. So if you get a chance to check her out on YouTube, or her book, Dying to Be Me, she's an amazing woman. And that's what these meditations are like. When you can just be in it, let go like she did with her near-death experience, and then when you come back into your body, your consciousness, your body gets re-energized. It's almost like it takes a break from this 3D harshness, duality, judgment land that we all live in. So when you come back into your body, you're feeling recharged. So I got home last night, I had a really, really busy and long day, and I fell asleep about 10:30, and all of a sudden, 5:30 in the morning, I had my alarm set for 6:30, wide awake, boom, let's go, and I've been going ever since. And that's why I wanted to do this video, because I'm still riding the energy waves. Coming in the very near future, where you're going to be able to witness first the teaching of what we do in this meditation, and then in time, we're hoping to sync it up with all of you, no matter where you're at in the world, that we can do it together by interconnecting our pineal glands. This meditation, you don't get what you want, but you get what you need, and you really do benefit from it. All right, thanks for tuning in and listening, and I'll be coming at you real soon with some more interesting ideas about what we're trying to do and how we're trying to restore people to wholeness. God bless.